I think I was drugged. But let's talk about last night. LeBron James. What could I say, man? It was the best performance of his career. I mean, here's the thing. If he plays like that every game, then you could say that about a Jordan or see Kobe and Jordan, they did that every night. But I have yet to see LeBron play like this consistently. This is his first good game of the playoff. He's been terrible all playoffs. They have not played a good game at all. Yesterday was the first good game they've played all playoffs. We should start a petition to ban the Toronto Raptors from the playoffs. We're like, we don't care, but it's like we went 82-0. We don't care about your regular season. We just want to save the people time from watching you lose in the playoffs. No, the game was, I don't know how great, I don't know if it was LeBron's performance or was Toronto really just that bad. It was a combination of both, but what LeBron did, he was making it more difficult than it needed to be. He was just like, yeah, I'm going to keep shooting to see if it go in. And they were going in on both sides. No, yesterday I wouldn't say the refs gave him a lot of leeway. They really didn't need to. Toronto was just in panic mode. They just jagged it. You see, this is what I'm talking about. If people want to say you the king and all that, this is how you prove it. This is how you do it. You go out there and you play like a king. That's what you do. Now, I don't count those other 40 points. When you got 15 points coming off of free throws, what sense is that? When they keep throwing you on the line for no reason. So when you sucking it up and they just putting you on the line to pad your stats, that don't show me nothing. See, I don't just look at no numbers and say, oh man, he had an outstanding game. If you watch the way he played yesterday, he impressed other players. I'm not saying free throws are not a part of the game or a strategy of the game. I don't mind free throws when you earn the right to be on the line shooting free throws. You see what I'm saying? If you earn that right, then you should be up there. But if they just putting you on the line because you're LeBron James, that doesn't really mean anything, does it? I've seen LeBron play. I've seen him play against the Chicago Bulls. And I was rooting for, it was a double-edged sword. It was like, I hate the Bulls. I hate LeBron. Who do I root for here? So I rooted for the Bulls. I mean, yeah, yesterday wasn't a lot of offensive fouling. he was actually hitting shots. He was like, look, I'm going to prove. I'm going to show and prove. Well, right now you could just do super chat, Landy, until we get this PayPal thing really going. No, I don't watch Chicago PD, but everybody I know is on there. Like everybody from the city, like, yo, dog, I'm on Chicago PD. I'll be like, for real? How you get on the show? Dog, I was just walking down and they were like, you want to be in the movie, to TV show? I'm like, bet. He's like, just stand here, don't say nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. So I don't know why you can't donate, Mr. Holmes. Well, like I told you, the Raptors are a very dumb basketball team. After LeBron got to like 40, they decided, okay, well, we should get the ball out of his hands. Let's try to send a double team. So by that time, Jeff Green and the rest of them guys just sitting there posted up, ready to shoot. Yes, I still believe LeBron James would average 8 points in the 80s. Definitely. First, he's been crying that they got to play back to back games and nothing's going to be done about it. Then he'd be upset when they are guarding him all up in his chest. Then when he drive to the basket and he get knocked on the ground one time and he's sitting on the floor crying about it, yeah, he wouldn't. No, he couldn't play in the 80s, bro. He ain't made for that. No, he's crying and whining now. Do you think he could even endure a Piston game? He'll retire from the NBA after that game. This ain't basketball, man. This ain't basketball. He just literally hit me. The referee ain't even say nothing. He punched me in the face. The referee told me to walk it off. Referee can't talk to me like that. See, back then, the refs would cuss you out. All right. I mean, it was other defenders out there, but the worm, he wouldn't have did nothing with Rodman. Oh yeah, Rick get paid to say woo. Still to this day. Kev Smith, stop coming in here repeating stuff you hear off ESPN. Michael Jordan never played a team better than Golden State. There are plenty of teams better than Golden State that played in the 80s. The Milwaukee Bucks with Jack Sigma. Do you think Golden State could go back and play against those 90 teams? No. The Seattle Supersonics would have whooped them. They wouldn't have beat now probably one team that Jordan beat in the NBA Finals. Period. You guys are getting the eras mixed up. You really don't know how great teams were back then and how different the game was. More physical, more playground. Now you got guys trying to do one on one. See, back then there was a thing called traveling and carries. You know, you can do the three, all the my Euro step, tweet. Oh, thank you, Baker, Mr. Baker. I appreciate it. All the love. But yeah, we are gonna get the PayPal thing going. A lot less athletic. I wouldn't say that. You saw more dunks in the 80s than you see now. It was way more athletic dunks being done. It was way more athletic dunks being done back then. Dominique Wilkins dunking on people, Sean Kemp. You don't see those dunks, and nobody dunk on nobody anymore in the NBA. If you get one of those, people be like, "Whoa!" It's on the internet. I mean, they keep showing Mitchell dunk on the internet when he shot it up, got his own miss, and dunked the ball. He barely got the dunk off. He's like, ugh. In the 80s, they were way above the rim. Five slammer jammer. You got Drexler coming in, gliding in. Are you kidding? No, they appear to be way more athletic. These guys can't go 2 days without getting injured. Everybody was playing 82 games back then, flying and slamming and jamming the ball. They wasn't out for no ACL injuries. You see more ACL injuries now. And these dudes ain't flying and dunking. They would dunk on 3, 4 people back then. Barkley, Malone, they were putting it on your head. And none of all these crazy injuries everybody got now, but yeah, but they got these nutritionists, they got the trainers, they got a whole team to get them in shape. But back then, you got players who played like Michael Jordan. He playing 82 games a season. Everybody now they falling down. MCL. I was like, how people getting injured like this time? In the 80s, this stuff didn't happen. So you ask yourself, why are they doing this? Jump is high. Where do you see LeBron jumping so high at? I don't see LeBron barely getting off the ground. I mean, in his youth, he was jumping high. When he was in Miami, he was flying and gliding. Now you get maybe one of those. But yeah, you guys are a little delusional right now. Yeah, he put up 43 the real way. And he had like 13 assists. And that was the key number that I saw. It was the lack of turnovers they had. They only had 3 turnovers as a team for the entire game. That's when you're playing efficient. That's what great basketball players do. A wife and kids, shoot, after what I did last night, I might have a wife and kids. I don't even remember nothing from last night. Boy, that was wild. I'm flying down the highway bumping Nipsey. Yeah, I'm all on Instagram. I'm like, I put that on Instagram. What did they give me? I'm on Instagram. Last time I checked. I'm like, whoa. Oh, we don't get in the bin. We got a whole segment waiting for him. A whole segment. But this was for LeBron. You know, we always making videos talking about LeBron, how much of a bum he is. Yes, last night he proved he was not a bum. So for one night in his life, LeBron James was not a bum. Oh yeah, well we already know that's what happened to Simmons. That big old forehead of Tanashi. Boom. She probably headbutted him before the game, and that was it. He was done. I love you. I love you. Boom. Ah, dog. I gotta play a game. You've been saying Celtics versus the Cavs. I said Celtics versus the Cavs, and the Celtics win before the Kyrie Irving trade even took place. With I had Boston playing Golden State in the NBA Finals before Kyrie Irving was even on the team. Now, they've been pushing the 76ers because they want to see that matchup. And without Kyrie, they don't know how they're going to sell Boston. Boston's going to sell, period, because it's Boston. So you're not going to lose anything. Did this man, Kel Smith, Jay, you must have jumped in late. We don't look at numbers here, buddy. We look at the game. We watched the Indiana series, and yes, LeBron James did not play a great series at all. Cleveland sucked the entire 7 games. They did not play a good game at all throughout the playoffs. This was their first good game they've played. They had 3 turnovers as a team. LeBron James had 43 with 17 assists. All them 40 points you're seeing, you're not seeing how many of those shots were layups, how many of those shots were free throws when he's getting 15 points off the free throw line, 17 points off the free throw line. These things are very important. Exactly. People watch ESPN and they take the words that come out of the last thing they come out of their mouth on ESPN and they run out there with. Well, the thing is, nobody can stop LeBron when he gets the ball at that point. What could you do? Next thing you know, when LeBron gets the ball at that point, what could you do, man? They'll be like, he's the greatest player on the planet. I'll be like, can somebody got any aspirin? um, if it's so easy, why is no one else in the NBA is doing it? Because they don't have the NBA promoting them. The only people that can do it is somebody like Golden State. The reason why is because they have better defender and better players on the team who know how to defend him. And they're allowed to defend him. Indiana have better defenders on the team. They're actually a better team than Cleveland. Period. And the thing is, they're just not allowed to play like that. All the marketing dollars, all the NBA's promotion is around LeBron James. They spend tens of millions of dollars promoting LeBron James. The only team that gets the respect next to that is the Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry. They put the rest of their marketing dollars into LeBron and the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry. So if Steph Curry and LeBron play each other, LeBron don't get those extra special treatments. Plus, they're allowed to play LeBron for real. So then you get to see him exposed like he was in the last finals, falling all over the floor, looking ridiculous. He couldn't guard nobody because he can't run the pick and roll with anybody because as soon as he called a pick and roll, let me go pick and roll. Okay, you get a pick and roll. Now instead of Kevin Durant, you got Draymond Green. Now you ain't got Draymond Green on you no more. Here comes Dre can guard 5 positions on the floor. So when you run a pick and roll with him, he can guard a point guard. You could put Draymond on your point, and he would tear their head off. Kyle Korver ain't gonna get off on no Golden State because they don't allow that. They be all up in his chest. You see, smart teams know how to guard LeBron James. You think what happened last night would have happened to Golden State? As soon as LeBron hit 2 shots, he would have never been able to walk down and shoot that shot. Toronto let him walk down, set up, be like, "Are you comfortable here? Is this okay for you, LeBron? Okay, well, let me know when you're gonna shoot, then I'll jump. Okay, you're ready. Okay, you're getting in your rhythm. Wait, not quite. Hold on. All right, all right. Yeah, I'm ready now. What's on the clock? It's like 3 seconds on the clock. It's 2, 1. You better get it off. Okay. Oh, you got it off. Oh, good shot, dude. That's the Toronto Raptors. Now, the Toronto Raptors, if they actually got up on LeBron James, Golden State would pick him up at half court. They would run him. It's a whole different mentality. Plus, you don't have too many soft minds on there. Like, Toronto, you're led by two people who's talking about their whole thing is we just want to compete. I don't want nobody that want to compete. I want somebody that want to win. If you don't have my mentality is competing. Competing? What's that? If I just show up on the court, I'm competing. I ain't here to compete. I'm here to win. That's why I showed up. I didn't come here for nothing less. It's a mindset. I have it. Kobe has it. We have that mindset. I don't come here to play a good game. Like the old saying came. Do you want to have fun or do you want to win? Oh, I see you, Gaddafi. Um, you said they need a dog on the team, somebody like Oakley or Derek Coleman. The thing is that team need to be split up. Like you can't have Lowry and DeRozan on the same team. They were supposed to split them up last year when they signed them both to that deal. I'm like, why would you keep them two together? Them are two of the softest players ever. It's okay to have one of those guys. You can't have both in your backcourt. Ain't gonna be my cold feet are back here. Mine's too. Who we gonna get the ball to? We just got a new guy named Van Cleaver. Let's let him shoot. Oh, by far, DeRozan is the worst between the two. Between Lowry and DeRozan, oh yeah, it's not even close. And I'm like, they told me DeRozan was like a Crip from Compton or something. I'm like, ain't he a Crip or something? What went wrong in this process? The Crips should have denied him immediately. Oh yeah. No, that ain't their new name. He was Cal Lousy for 3 years and against Cleveland in the Cavs. I've called him Cal Lousy and DeFrozen for 3 years. and this is the third year they're continuing their streak of being called these names. He was a blood. Oh gosh. Well, I know the Crips are happy. Like, all right. He is not with us. Do not put that on us. I thought it was the Crips. I know they like, no, no, no. It's like he was with us. No, 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 no. The picture's blurry. That could be anybody under that Blu-ray. He is not with us. I'll be dog. What's the fear about? I would be excited. I'll be like living for this moment. I just don't get it. Oh, be wealthy. You are very delusional. If you think LeBron James is going to win an NBA championship this year with this thing team they got, no. If they stick him in the finals, it's just to back up their bottom line. No, I'm just saying this is the best game LeBron James has ever played. That was the best game I've ever seen him play. The Detroit game when he in the playoffs, that would probably be number one on the list. If anything, these two would be one and two. But even in that game, he was more efficient in this game, all around. Defensively, he didn't really have to do too much because they didn't make it very hard. But he did. It was the smartest game he's ever played. Of course, Mr. Sutton, Mr. Joshua Sutton. You don't think LeBron James get all these calls for nothing all of a sudden? I mean, ask the Indiana Pacers how fair the calls were against Cleveland, but you got to know that going into the game. You're delusional if you believe that you're going to go in there and get calls over LeBron James. I mean, it's like Michael Jordan and the Bulls. You think Jordan wasn't going to get any calls? He gonna get every call he want. He gonna tell the ref when to call a foul. The marketing, the whole NBA was marketed around Michael Jordan. So this league is marketed around LeBron James. See, here's the thing: the NBA cannot stand cheating scandals. Why do you think that Tristan Kardashian? It was just by coincidence. He was not being played in the Indiana series. They sat him and start inserting him at different points of the game because they don't want, with all the controversy going on, they want things to die out and get out of social media before they start putting people up on the TV screen. See, that's how they control the news. They just say, okay, let's wait. When things die down, then we can come back and, put people back in position. Derek Fisher had all these cheating with players' wives and all that. They had to get rid of Derek Fisher. The NBA does not want players cheating, getting caught in scandals, and being on any type of social media. Not with this, not with Adam Silver slipper. No way. NBA would have milked that if this was the David Stern era. Oh, thanks, Rolling Thunder. I appreciate it. Now, if this was that era, well, Derek Fisher wasn't really coaching. He was implementing the plays from Phil Jackson. Phil got them running the triangle. He just knows Derek knows how it's set up. So he don't have to be sitting down there. He could be up there in the booth and let Derek Fisher run the thing. Phil was the laziest coach in basketball history. How many times did you ever see him really get up? Phil be sitting in that chair, and because he knew the players knew what they were doing already. So that's why nobody even respect his championships. They just be like, oh, you had Jordan and you had Kobe and Shaq. I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, he was lazy. And he couldn't walk with them bad knees. Oh, Scotty, come here. Pass the ball to Michael. Michael, I want you to give it back to Scotty, and Scotty's going to set it up. Then you give it to Michael in the post and run the triangle. Michael be like, yeah, okay, whatever you just said. Yeah, screw that. Yeah, give me the ball. Everybody else, get the hell out of my way. Look, they're setting up the triangle. Yeah. That's back when he was young Phil. Young Phil. There you go. Young Phil used to be always excited. Then he became the Zen master. And he was sitting back in there, the assistant coach, like, man, you need to get up. You're getting out coach right now. Oh, we're on national TV. Okay, here I go. Hey, hey, hey. They'd be like, uh-oh, look at Phil go. Now I'm going to sit down. That's why him and Kobe didn't like each other. Kobe be like, what am I listening to this dude for? I don't need nothing from him. I know what we running. Phil Jackson is the greatest coach of all. Look, other coaches don't respect Phil Jackson. I mean, you got to understand. When they talk about the greatest coaches of the game, if you had Popovich or Phil, who would you roll with? You would take Popovich in a heartbeat. Well, the NBA was set up to with controversy back then because the internet didn't exist. So the media used it as a propping tool. Michael Jordan's gambling scandal. It's the big people were paying attention to see the interview with Michael Jordan to see what he said about the gamble. Somebody get caught with a woman, they can't wait to the interview. Now with social media, it's already plastered anyway. So this super sensitive NBA commissioner, he's so scared about losing the sponsor. He don't want to offend the sponsors or anything. So it's bad look for the NBA. It's a bad look for the league, everyone in our league. I just came in from chemo. Um, it's just not good for our league for us to have players and scandals, and the market is 3% less when we hear bad news about a player. I'll be like, oh God. Silver Slipper. Jesus Christ. Now you kidding? Mike done more off the court than LeBron could ever imagine. See, back then, Mike didn't have to be dog. They knew how to slip through the media and everything. You forget Mike is out here where I live. I didn't show y'all Mike house. I was outside Mike house making video. Mike was never married. His wife was. That's how he lived. I ain't married. My wife is. He actually told that to a chick. Oh, Mike had them all. New York, Dallas. Mike had anything they said Mike did, man, Mike did that. Mike was, if you was white and in your 20s, you was getting it. If you was a sister, your chances were very slim. There's been plenty of women came out and said they was with Michael Jordan. It just don't mean anything. I mean, the one chick tried to extort him for money. He thought she had a baby with him. Mike tried to pay her to have an abortion. Come to find out the baby wasn't Michael's. So Michael's like, look, why am I paying you money? So she tried to go to court. You said you would take care of me. Like, man, get out of here. And the ref, what was people skipped over the part, the referee, he was hanging out with the referee. He's an NBA player hanging out in Indiana with the ref, and the ref set him up with the chick. Like, oh, you want a bad chick? I got one for you. Cool. Like, what are you doing hanging out with a ref? That, that don't make no sense. Michael's out there with Hugh, what's his name? Hugh Evans. They out there smoking stogies and playing cards, and they got a game coming up. You roughing my game? Nah, I ain't roughing. But I heard you was in town. I said, let me slide up there and hang out with my boy Mike. Did Lloyd Thomas III have any side chicks? Of course not. We will not speak ill of Isaiah Thomas III. He is pure, innocent. Of course, you want to do anything to tear down the man's greatness and throw that on him. Isaiah Lloyd Thomas III is the greatest basketball player this world has ever produced. Oh, my man, that ain't nothing. Soul in the Hole. That's the best basketball documentary ever made. Soul in the Hole, baby. I will watch that right now. I need Soul in the Hole. Oh yeah. Soul in the Hole is 10 times better than Hoop Dreams. I watch Soul in the Hole. That's real. That ain't no magic or nothing. Man, F Kenny King. Kenny Kings ain't the champions. Kenny Kings ain't the champions. Man, yeah, the best soundtrack too. I had that Soul in the Hole soundtrack. Man, that's right, Mr. Owens. They better not ever speak about the greatest basketball player to ever live. Who's the greatest basketball player right now? That's jaded. It's not LeBron James, I can tell you that. Trying to think. You got Kevin Durant. You got Steph. Mm, it's hard, bro. It's really hard. You got so many great players, but LeBron wouldn't be in my top 10 at all. I would take Anthony Davis over him. Yeah, I did watch Cobra Kai, and the writing sucks. Um, right off the bat, the writing is terrible. I think they should have just made it a movie instead of the series because it just looks ridiculous as a series. I haven't finished watching the whole thing, but that's my from the first couple of episodes I saw. Right, you got Boogie out here. The way the game is played now, guys are just on a whole nother level. They play more one on one now, ISO. Well, Tatum yesterday, I mean, not yesterday, just the first two games, Jason Tatum, we're going to talk about that. So, oh, Boogie was out of shape. Well, that could be. It was so funny yesterday because people wanted me to be disturbed. People wanted me to be disturbed about LeBron James' game. When I gave him credit, it just didn't know. People's brains didn't know how to calculate it. They were like, "Yeah, let's see what Carcino has to say now." I was like, "Man, it's the best game he ever played." Stop hating. Yeah, you start now. What's going on here? They couldn't even compute. It had messed their brains up. I'm like, "You right. This is like he was great. Yeah, he played a perfect game yesterday." What are you trying to do? You know you hurt. Your soul is burning right now. I mean, not burning at all. Toronto sucks, and I want them to sweep them. There's something's wrong here. No, no, no. You cannot go root for LeBron. They were freaking out yesterday. I'm just sitting back here like this, cracking up. They don't even know how to approach me. Now it was like they couldn't even approach. They were not prepared for that. I mean, he was good yesterday. I'm an honest person. That's the thing. Y'all caught up in rooting. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Oh man, it's just that he sucks the majority of the time. So when you see him do something like this, it's like an anomaly. He said, "Never trust a troll with no picture for their profile." Oh man, they went in. Damon Owens just went in. Like, look, you don't even want to put your picture up. You a troll. We're gonna take it back to the high school days. What? 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 The whole lunchroom used to instigate. Everybody started stomping their feet. What? 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 That's just what I don't know what that did to make the fight go to level 10. And people be having an argument talking, and when they hear that, it's like they get more fired up. What? 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 Yeah! And everybody's celebrating. Yeah, we saw a fight. Oh man. I don't know what they didn't drug me with yesterday. I don't think I need to go outside no more. I think I'm turning on the air conditioning. I don't know what's going on. I should have got the Fiji. I ain't gonna probably make that many videos today. I'm gonna have to lay it down.